Another fun form control is something we call a select list. And a select list looks something like this. What we do is we first do a select, opening and closing, and within our select we have options, okay? And I'll just kind of show you how that works. So a select, first off, needs to have a name, right? And so we need to say name equals type, okay? Maybe up here we'll say what type of monkey do you want? This is kind of getting weird how we keep trying to adopt a monkey, but I have children, so I guess that's pretty much the same thing, right? So we're going to do that, and then between our options, we're going to go ahead and, well, our first option we're going to be like, we could write out something like type, and our next option is going to look something like, let's use some of these here. Let's see, mandrill, and let's get a bunch. I'll just take a bunch of these. And that's probably fine. We'll do that, okay? So we have all these different types. Now the problem right now is, it'll come up and it'll show all these to select, right? But the problem is that it doesn't know what's in here. And so you need to identify these using a value. And by default type, if I do that, I probably don't want to give it a value. So I'm going to cut that. And mandrill I do, and these other ones I do. And what I'd want to do is just type basically that same thing in. And what happens is when the user selects one of these, the item that is sent is not this word right here that I've highlighted, but it's this word inside of the value. And so, if I wanted to get rid of all my mandrills, and that's what I was, having people adopt, I could just change all these to mandrill, and that's all that it would ever send, if that makes sense. But this is the way that you'd want to set this up, something like this. Now, there are some other attributes. We can use size, okay, and so size equals 2. See what that looks like, and that allows 2 of them to be shown at one time, okay? We could show them all if we wanted to. I kind of don't like that. I kind of like them to be able to do that. We also have multiple. And multiple allows you to select multiple ones, especially if you have, size equals, how we got there, 5, right? And we could go through and hold down, something like that and send multiples if we wanted to. I can't say use that often, but that's what it's used for. And we can use a disabled, things like that. We can also pre-select an item if we want to. So we can say something like selected. And you can see when I refresh it, it automatically comes up with mandrill. And I'd probably, in this case, want to get rid of type. It is an option, but I really don't want users selecting that and trying to send it. But because it doesn't have a value, it really doesn't matter. But you can see now it pre-selected the mandrill because I've got that attribute applied. So the option and select tags are used in combination to allow these combo blocks to come down, and they just make it a little bit easier to allow users to select things in your form controls.